Hey there, guys. So, free full body training splits. Put three different options together. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Give them a bit of a run through. If you guys could just hit like and subscribe and drop a comment below, just really appreciated. And that's all I really ask. So, we'll get stuck into it. So first thing I put was bench press, and there's a reason why. I start with upper body and then work into lower body and then hit some accessories. Now, bench press, 4 sets of 10, it works shoulders, chest, and triceps quite effectively. Break times, roughly 2 to 3 minutes between sets. Now, barbell overhead press, 3 sets of 10, again, 2 to 3 minutes for the break time. I find if you put legs first and you push legs really hard, a lot of people are too gassed to do anything properly for upper body. So that being said, I'd rather get the bench press and the shoulder press out the way first. Squats, 4 sets of 8, again, 2 to 3 minutes between sets. After that, dumbbell rows, bicep curls, and tricep extensions. Again, 2 to 3 minutes between sets, and that's all you sort of really need. Now, with the biceps and the triceps, feel free to superset them, and that just means doing 1 set of bicep curls straight away into a set of tricep extensions, then have your 2 minutes break, then repeat again, so you get all 3 sets done. Now, that's a really simple and effective split for, hitting everything that you need. There's a few other variations that I'm going to put. I'll just put them up next. But yeah, start with this. You might do your full body programs on, say, a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or you might just choose to pick 2 of these and do them on a Monday and a Thursday, or a Tuesday and a Friday. It really doesn't matter, or you might just pick the same one. In terms of progression, add weight where you can. I'd probably go for more, I'm going to say a 4-day split if you have the time. Otherwise, if you only have 2 days to train, alternating these full body programs is going to work really well. So I'll put the next one up now. Split 2. So this one's more dumbbell. It's a slightly easier version in terms of total load than split 1. So dumbbell bench press, 4 sets of 10, again, 2 minutes this time between sets. Dumbbell overhead press, 3 sets of 12. Now you can do the one arm variation if you want, but you can also just do them seated or standing, whatever you prefer. Again, 2-minute break times. Now this time, instead of squats, I've put in the leg press, 4 sets of 12, especially for those that really don't know how to squat and can't get the technique or depth. Leg press is a good option until you get to that point where you can do them. Leg press, have 3 minutes in between sets. Lat pull down, 4 sets of 12, again, 2 minutes between sets. And, for a lot of people, lat pull down and rows, they work very similar. There are subtle differences from individual. When you get more advanced, you can really feel the differences in terms of what you're doing. But for a full body split, 1-day program, lat pull down is going to be fine in this case. This time, instead of bicep curls, hammer curls, 3 sets of 12. I normally do, alternating reps. Again, this is going to hit a little bit more forearms. It just helps complete out the picture, especially if you're moving from one split, split 1 to split 2, and then eventually split 3. And then this time, instead of the tricep extensions, we have the dumbbell pullovers. If you're not quite sure what they are, just have a quick look, watch a few videos, and you'll get a pretty good idea. With these, again, 2 minutes between sets. If you want to superset them with the hammer curls, feel free to do so. But again, just 2 minutes in between sets is going to work really quite well. So, split 2, it's still going to work really quite well. It just gives more options. So what I'll do now, I'll put up split number 3 shortly. With this one, there's a little bit more individual choice. So incline press or dips. Incline press is going to hit more of the upper chest. Dips is going to hit more of the lower chest. If you want, you can swap the dips for decline barbell bench press, or you could do incline press or the decline press with dumbbells if you wish. Again, 4 sets of 10, 2-minute breaks. Overhead press, your choice of barbell or dumbbell. 3 sets of 10, 2-minute breaks. Front squats, a lot of people struggle with, but they're a great tool because it just teaches you how to squat well in general. You learn to drop your hips down as opposed to just breaking at the knees. So it's a good exercise to learn and also just helps mix it up. Also requires a fair bit of core strength. Again, 2 to 3 minutes between sets for that one. Pull-ups and assisted chins machine. If you're strong enough to do pull-ups, then by all means do pull-ups, or if you want to use a band to help you, then do so. If you don't want to and you just want to use the assisted chins machine, that's another option. 4 sets of 10, 2-minute breaks. Now, with bicep curls, it's up to you if you want to do, barbell or dumbbell. It, doesn't make too much of a difference. Some people just like to work, each side individually with the dumbbells, but completely up to you what you want to do in that regard. Tricep extensions, your choice what you want to do. You can just do your normal tricep pushdowns. You could use the rope, or you could use the metal V handles. You might want to do the dumbbell pullovers, or just if there's a tricep extension machine, more like a pullover machine in that regard, feel free to use it. Completely up to you, but again, 2 minutes rest between sets. Now, with all 3 splits at the end, if you want to throw in some additional core work, you can. I would probably do that in the form of planks, or, do some ab crunches, laying twists, whatever you really prefer. Just alternate what you want to do and just put it on the end of each session. It is going to help with general lower back health. Just, you stay stronger, more mobile. It just has carry across, and it's not too hard to recover from either. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, hit like and subscribe. Really does help. And hope you guys, enjoy the full body splits. If there's other questions you have, like in terms of programs that you want to see put together, just let me know in the comments below. And then just, in terms of the footage that I've used, just little bits of training clips and stuff that I've done at home. So as I said, hit like and subscribe, and have a great day wherever you are.